Hey, it's actually so fun sitting here with you all today because I've been interviewing you all for over a decade now, before any of us were moms, so it's kind of crazy. Okay, let's just talk about, we're here to talk motherhood and all things, so I have to know, was there any part of you that second-guessed sharing this new chapter of your lives?
No, not for me. And I'm the newest, obviously, with an 11-month-old. But because my friends have been doing it, and honestly, I see the beauty of social media, even though there's some negativity on it as well. All of the moms on social media who are very honest and raw really made it easier for me to want to do the same.
Yeah.
And all of these ladies sitting here who have shared their own experience.
Right.
I was excited to share it just because my experience becoming a mom, my first child, Ocean, who's 5 now and just such a vibe. I conceived her the good old-fashioned way. That didn't go as expected. Then I had Sosa, who's 1.5 years, and that was an unexpected way. For those of you who don't know, I conceived my second little girl via sperm donor. I like men again, by the way.
Oh, she does.
But I was able to enjoy motherhood the way you're supposed to with Sosa. It was very peaceful. And having children, and I don't know if any of you guys relate, it helped me, who is black or white, as you guys know, it helped me find the gray, and I never win, and that's new for me too.
Yeah, for me, it's been amazing sharing Cruz's story, especially our autism journey and life on the spectrum, because the stuff that I have learned, it's a whole new world for me, and I'm learning as I'm going, and being able to share it, hearing the stories that I'm helping so many other parents. My sensory room was such a hit, and people were like, wow, I could have a spinny chair or a trampoline or a swing, and even the smallest things can really make a huge difference in your child's life, and I think it's been beautifully shown on the Valley, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, and it's just very natural because we all hang out normally and our kids get together, so it's really nice to see that bond. And my favorite part is going back last season and just watching how much she's grown, my daughter Isabella, and how she is now. So it's just a really cute dynamic to see because that is very special.
Yeah, you guys have a unique form of memories that you can look back at. I just have pictures and videos on my phone. You guys have seasons and an entire show to look back on. Is there anything that has shocked you more than reality TV when it comes to motherhood? You have something specific.
No matter what, there's always a stage for everything. It's you always think it's terrible twos, and that's the end of it. They're gonna get so much better, but then it's, they get older and it's always a new challenge and struggle, and how are you gonna tackle that? And you just always learn as a mother. It never ends.
Yeah. 100%. To tag on to that, being the newest mom of the group, all of the regressions, but they're actually leaps because their brains are growing and developing. So even if it seems like a regression, it's actually a really good thing. So that's very wild to me. And when I remember being at the end of my pregnancy and just hearing about, the first month is really difficult, you're not gonna sleep very much. You don't know until you're there.
Yeah.
You just give it all up and it's fine. But then there's the 4-month regression or the this or the that. But really it's what is it, the days are short, but the years are long, or vice versa. I forget how it's said, but
years are short, the days are long.
Yeah, the days are trying to say.
No, the years are short, the days are long.
Yes.
There we go. That's why we do reality TV.
We got it.
That's what I'm saying.
We're only midday here. We might need some coffee.
I feel like in a blink of an eye, a day goes by, and all of a sudden, everything has changed.
Totally.
But it's so much more of a blessing than anything. I can't even remember what it's like to not have a baby. That's the craziest part.
I know it is hard, to think about what you were like before these humans existed. And as well, these kids just kind of come how they are. We can do the best that we can. And with Ocean, she's dealing with myself. So it's we go toes, my mom has to intervene, and then I have to remember I'm the mom, not her sister. and like you said, they go through these phases, but it's also about watching how they interact with you, and you kind of just refine the edges, because Ocean's very vocal and she says what she wants. I'm like, I don't ever want that to change, but like maybe the way we're saying it, that could change.
Ocean is extremely sweet, though. She's a sweetheart.
She's a magical human. I'm
She's
like,
a little sassy but beautiful. Yes,
She's got range.
They all are.
she has range. She's hitting
Isabella.
high notes.
Yeah.
Like Isabella is the sweetest child ever. And she's like sassy, has all these opinions, but she has been the biggest caretaker of Kaya. Even since I was pregnant, she was like, baby Kaya. And she would like draw photos and like ask about my belly. And I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
my whole heart is bursting.
For a long time, she wanted a little sister or brother, but now she's at an age, she just turned 6, and she's like, you know what, I understand what it's like to just have all of you, so I don't want a brother or sister anymore, but I'll take care of all of them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really sweet. What I love about when I watch the show is that I relate in so many different ways where it's like, oh, I look at Kristen, I'm like, I remember that stage. And then I look at you two, I'm like, oh, we're in the same stage. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, Isabella, that's what it's gonna be like when Sailor grows up a little bit. But you guys have been very open about all the different journeys you've been on. Kristen, you have spoken about fertility and the challenges that you faced when it came to conceiving and how maybe that wouldn't even be something that you'd be able to do. What was it like just sharing that experience and being open? Because I feel like it is hard for a lot of people to vocalize that journey.
Yeah, for me, I think the really difficult part was obviously my age, but as I'm learning, like women over 40 are actually like the fertility and like the birth, like the number of births is far higher than it's ever been, which is so wonderful and amazing. And I had a pregnancy loss almost to the day, a year before I conceived Kaya. And so we did do IVF and or IUI, I'm sorry. I was like thinking of you doing sperm donor. We did IUI and we made that choice because it was just like the extra little push for us. But the difficult part of that for me was learning about infertility. I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean I'm infertile? Like, who said I'm infertile? And it's a scientific term just used for women who have a difficult time in the first year. If you go a year or over, then you're considered infertile. So I learned quickly to not take that so much to heart. It was just, we needed a little extra push, a little extra help. And I feel really blessed that we did conceive the first time doing IUI. But I remember being at BravoCon, if you guys don't know what that is, it's kind of like a Comic-Con for like all Bravo people. And the amount of tears that I shed meeting women who said, thank you for sharing the fertility journey because it was so hard and not a lot of people want to talk about it. They're embarrassed. I don't know, whatever their reasons are. And it's kind of like what I said in the beginning, like the more I share, I feel the more women are sharing their stories with me and the more we talk about it, the more normal it becomes.
Sure.
And the more support that we feel. So I never felt like I wasn't going to do it, but it's definitely a little hard for me to watch back, like seeing the struggle that I was feeling.
I have a lot of friends who are on the TCC path right now trying to conceive, which has become a popular term on TikTok, Instagram, on social media. I didn't know what it was until recently that was like trying to conceive, TTC. So I have girlfriends who are on that path and it's been really emotional for them. What advice would you have for anyone who is maybe struggling or even for friends who have friends that are going through it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what I loved about my fertility doctor, first and foremost, was, of course, she's very science-based, science-backed, but she's as equally about manifestation. So whatever that means to you, religiously, spiritually, she was always like giving me little crystals and giving me that extra hope. So manifestation for sure, but I personally recommend definitely going to your OB, but then going to see a fertility specialist. Even if it's just a meeting, a couple of appointments, just get everything sort of checked out so you're really in the know about what your body is going through. I had no idea with just some hormone shots how that completely changed for me. We chose to go through with the IUI part of it for that extra little percentage, but we might have conceived with just the hormone shots alone at my age.
Wow.
Yeah. And a support system.
Yeah, you need
so
it.
important. I mean, my mom friends are everything to me.
Truly, we are
For
better
sure.
together.
Yes.
Brittany, you've been such an amazing advocate for Cruz, and you just shared a little bit about the autism journey and what you guys have been going through. How many people have come up to you and just thanked you for vocalizing what you're experiencing?
Yeah, it's been incredible. It's a little nerve-wracking to share that huge story, but I feel like more people with platforms should share that story. And the amount of people that come up to me and can relate and know exactly what I'm going through or what I'm feeling, and they're telling me their stories, and I've learned so much from other people's stories, like different things I can try. And that's just been incredible because, like I said, I'm learning as I'm going, and other people that have been there and their kids are older than Cruz. He just turned 5, so somebody has a 12-year-old and they're telling me things that worked for them. That's so beneficial to me, and that's why I share it with everyone, because I have that platform, and that's amazing to me.
Yeah. I read in one of your interviews, you said that, you know, with him being nonverbal, like you haven't heard him say, I love you, but he has so much love. And I think any parent in the room knows what I love you feels like. Yeah. So I don't know, I just got emotional reading that because it's like, you know that your child loves you. And
oh yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Cruz loves me. He is a mama's boy through and through. Yeah. There is like absolutely no doubt on any of that. And I don't want to cry. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry, but not hearing your child say I love you is something you would never expect. So it hits you in a different way, but he shows me every single day, and I see it in his eyes. I see it in the way he hugs me, the way that he just like gives me his eye contact. Just our connection is so deep and so beautiful that it, you know, it doesn't matter that he's not saying it yet, but I fully believe that he is going to get there.
Absolutely.
And he's doing amazing. Thank you, thank you.
The way that you have your faith and just, you do everything with a smile on your face. And I know sometimes it is hard to smile through the tears and the emotions, but you have so much grace. It's beautiful to see.
And she never complains, and she makes it look so easy.
Aww. Lala, so you shared about how you did the 2 different ways of having a baby. Which, I mean, when I look at you, I can barely handle 1 child. And the fact that you have your 2 beautiful babies, and it is you as a single mother, like, I have respect for you for so many different reasons. But when it came to the decision to have Sosa through having a sperm donor, was there any hesitation? Like, because you did seem so convicted, like, I want this 2nd child and I want her to be all mine.
I had been thinking about having another baby since like the time Ocean came into the picture. There was something about motherhood where I had never felt stronger and more empowered and just like, I am woman, hear me roar. I loved everything about it. I knew I had to do it again. And then when things took a turn in my relationship, I literally remember saying to my mom, I want another baby. I really don't want a man involved. I don't want there to be any, I can't control another person, and I want this baby to be all mine. And people say that's selfish. Yes, I was very much selfish. I wanted my baby just to myself, and I got that. So this was, I mean, I conceived Sosa, I mean, they're 3.5 years apart. And so I really did sit on it. And I have a very untraditional family. My mom lives with me, my brother. So it was like a very interesting conversation because most people like talk to their husband and wife and, you know, their partner, and they talk about having another baby. I had that conversation with my mom and my brother. And I said, you know, I really want to do this. How do we feel about all hands on deck? They said, let's freaking go, let's do this. And I chose my donor. I chose him on Vanderpump Rules.
The sperm donor party.
Sperm donor.
Iconic episode.
I named it Who's Your Daddy? We'll never know. It's the best part. Just kidding. I like men again.
It is not my fiance. It is not Kristen's husband.
And it was the best decision I ever made. However, what we were talking about back there, now that Sosa is like her own human, I feel like I went from like 1 child to 5 because it's a lot. I probably hear Mama hold me 1,500 times a day. It's beautiful, and then it's not. You guys, you're like, all right, this is where I go insane. Where's my vape? Where's my vape?
Oh my God, no, it's, yeah, everyone says that. You go from 1 to all of a sudden you have 5 kids when you have the 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot, but it's amazing because I'm watching my girls, you know, interact with each other, and I'm trying to teach them, like, this is all you got, right? Like, there's gonna be a day where we go out into the real world, and this world will try to break you, and this person is gonna be the one that you can, like, come to safety and find. And motherhood has just been incredible, and I love that I had the option to go to a sperm bank and make it fun. Like, I did that donor party because it can get very scientific, and it takes, like, the sweetness and, like, the sexiness out of, like, making a baby. It's, like, not that fun, right? So I'm like, I want this to be a positive experience and for it to be celebrated.
Yeah.
And I got a letter from this woman at BravoCon, which is where, like, all the Bravo fanatics go. And she wrote me a letter that she was 3 months pregnant and she went the sperm donor route because she could not find a partner but wanted children. And it's like, that's what makes, like, doing reality TV worth it, right? Yes. Because the comment section can be pretty brutal. Yeah. And then you come face to face with, like, you know, people who are kind. Thank you all for being here. And you're like, oh, I understand the plan.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. No, I love it. We love when you get to, like, peel back and, like, we get to see the layers that maybe we don't catch between scenes or, you know, on Instagram. Michelle, you are a successful luxury real estate agent. You have to do the juggle. What does it look like for you? Because on here it said, what's it like balancing? And I was like, there's no such thing as balancing. The juggle, what does your juggle look like?
My days are very different. I really have to be organized, and I take it by month, down to the week, down to the day. And I just make sure I have everything, you know, taken care of. And I'm like, okay, these days I don't have Isabella. So those nights I'm either gonna stay in or I'm gonna have a girls' night and have a dinner. I have to make sure that I have the nanny if I have to go to work and she has to pick her up. So it's constantly a juggle, but I really try my best to work, you know, during work hours while my daughter's in school, and then pick her up and then be mommy when I have to until it's time for bed. And then I just make sure, like, I do it all. I wash laundry, I do the laundry, I do the dishes, I clean the house. I just try to do everything because I enjoy doing it. Yeah, it's challenging, but it's worth it. And even sometimes, it's funny, Isabella actually asks me, she's always watching and observing, and she asks really intelligent questions. And she's like, is your life difficult? And I said, no, it's actually not. I choose to do this. I want to work. I want to provide for us. I want to have this house for us. I want to be with you. I was like, I could call somebody and have help, but I was like, I want this quality time with you.
I love that answer, Michelle.
Yeah.
When Ocean said, I'm like, yes, it's difficult. Lay off.
Do things different than me, kid. No.
And I think I mimic kind of how I was raised, and that's the way my mom was, and she was very hands-on, and I treasure that. So I'm like, I want to do the same for my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been open about your postpartum journey, and I had postpartum depression, and I just remember feeling like, oh my God, no one really talked about the range of postpartum depression. Like, some people, you know, it could be maybe life-threatening, or you really need to have, like, some serious help. Or there's, like, the range of, like, I'm just sad all the time, or maybe I'm not connecting with my baby. And I didn't know that there was, like, the spectrum. And so I was in denial for a really long time. And you guys were sharing that, and I feel like there's not a lot of vulnerability when it comes to postpartum. Were any of you hesitant or scared to share that?
I wasn't, because I mean, we were filming, especially, you know, the season when Kaya was just before 3 months old. And I, just like what you said, like, I was so unsure. And I've been seeing my therapist for 10 plus years. And I have a history of anxiety. I definitely had anxiety during my pregnancy. And I started my pregnancy off not taking any medication. And by my second trimester, I was like, this doesn't feel good. I'm very, very anxious. I need to go back on something. So my doctor and I decided, obviously very safe, it's good to go, so I did. And then postpartum, I didn't know about postpartum anxiety.
Yes.
which is also a part of the whole spectrum of it. Then there's postpartum rage, which is also a part of the depression and the anxiety. And sometimes those things can be, it just has like this negative connotation to it. And it really doesn't, because if you talk to other moms, almost every mom experiences something like that. I mean, we have a 90% hormone drop right after we give birth.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is the craziest thing that can ever happen in any of our lives. So you could have the best partner in the world, the best support system in the world, and it can be very isolating, very lonely feeling. And two things can always be true. You can feel all these terrible feelings and feelings of isolation and being alone and sadness, and also just be so completely excited and infatuated and in love with having your baby.
Yeah.
One does not mean that the other doesn't exist. And I
Right.
think that's really important for all moms to hear.
Yeah. And I think it's hard to admit, like,
It is.
coming to terms with it,
because it
'cause-
is confusing, because
Sure.
you might not be completely sure, because you can have a great day followed by a sad night.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does that really mean? But it's all okay and it's all normal. And the best thing, again, in my opinion, is having mom friends. Having a text group chat or your handful of friends, your mom, your aunts, whoever it is, because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I feel you, I get you. This is very normal.
Okay, what's the mom group chat like? Is it popping off? Are we constantly active? What's the dynamic in the group chat these days?
We get a lot of videos of Isabella doing the splits. Cruz can name every single dinosaur to ever exist.
Okay.
My smart baby.
He's a genius.
Kaya's starting to say words.
Yes, she's just starting.
Yes.
To like repeat things. This morning we were watching Secret Life of Pets 2.
Best.
It's just like, we just pop it on, we see the Pomeranian, she gets super excited. And I said, can you say busy bee? And she said, baby bee. And I was like, oh my God. Bundle that up and stick it in my brain forever.
And so says our little dancing queen.
Yeah.
Sosa's like she
And she's a
with
runner,
it.
too.
She's like Shakira, you guys.
Her little sunglasses.
The rust those hips, I'm like, oh,
She's
girl.
salsa dancing
she's-
Sosa.
Yes.
And
what
she speaks Spanish, too.
No, not two, just Spanish. Like, I
Wait,
cannot
amazing.
communicate with my baby right now because she speaks to me in Spanish, which I love. It like makes me so happy. But it is difficult for me.
You just got
to know what she wants.
Te amo, mi amor.
I'm in your
I
boat,
call
Lala.
Michelle. I'm like, what
what's
is she saying?
What is she doing?
Michelle's our only translator. So we're like,
I
what's
always
happening?
get a call. She's like, I'm here. Speak to this person. I'm like, sure. What
So
can I
good.
say?
No, Sosa's gonna know like 3 languages by the time she's 4 or 5.
You know, the goal is to always have them do better and be better than you.
Yes.
there you go.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I always say if Cruz starts talking, I might not even know that he's speaking because it might be in Spanish too. And I'm like, Michelle, is he saying anything? Or like,
You know what? I'm about to send my child to dual immersion, so you know it could be
Genius
great.
idea, by the way.
Okay, we're gonna have to
you
offline
go.
about that because my husband and I are fighting. No, also, Lala, you've been so open about your sobriety journey, which another thing that is like, I don't know how you are able to just be so disciplined and so driven. It's like when you put your mind to something, there's no stopping you. What was the best advice that someone gave you when you were about to embark on tackling sobriety?
Well, my biggest thing was the thought of never drinking again. And I remember my sober coach, this was before I had a sponsor, said to me, you're not gonna think about the bigger picture, we're gonna focus on one day at a time. And that's the program that I'm in. We always talk about one day at a time. Sometimes it's 1 minute, sometimes I take it by the second. I've been sober 7.5 years now. And
It's incredible. Time has flown.
it has flown by, right? But when I look in the mirror, I'm like, I never look better.
Worth it, worth it.
That's sobriety. And I'm just so happy that I had some time under my belt before I became a mom, because it was not good. After I lost my dad, I was just in a downward spiral that I could not get out of. I felt like my whole life had just crumbled right in front of me, and I could not grasp that, you know, the day before I was like celebrating 420, and if I only knew that the next day held the passing of my dad, I just had a strange, I still have a strange relationship with time. But as I go through life and gather more years of sobriety, I'm just, it's the proudest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because without it, I don't have anything.
You set such a good example for your children.
Thank you.
I love that. Brittany, you talked about getting your sparkle back. You were just saying, Lala, you never look better. Where are we on our sparkle journey? Because let me say, you are dazzling.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
What have we been doing to get that sparkle, baby?
I mean, obviously working on myself is a huge part, but also being out of that toxic relationship and growing as a single mother, as, you know, just a boss.
Yes,
I don't know.
I started that. I'm so sorry.
But being able to like take care of everything by myself, I'm so proud of that, and nobody can take that away from me. And like, I feel like I always talk about my sparkle, like my mommy makeover was awesome. I'm like trying to be healthier. I'm working out. I'm losing weight. I'm doing all those things, but it's not all about the outside. It's also about how I feel on the inside. And I just feel so much better. I have so much more confidence. And that meant the world to me after the way I was treated for so long. And I started to believe the things that were told to me, and not even just from someone, but from like social media and stuff. Like, it's really hard when you're constantly judged by the way you look, you've gained weight, you're this, you're that. It's extremely tough to try to ignore everything. And I do my best, but sometimes the mean people are a little bit louder, and we have so much more support and love, and I'm so grateful for that. But it's like an up and down battle whenever you have to deal with all that at once. So I am just like so much happier with who I am. I am single. I am a great mother, and no one can ever say different than that. And I am a good person, a good friend. And I'm sorry if I'm saying about myself, but like, that's part of getting my freaking sparkle back. You know, like, I was told I wasn't any of those things, and I know it's not true now, and that's a big part of getting my sparkle back.
Wow.
Yeah.
What we say to ourselves really does matter, and saying out loud holds so much power. So I actually love that you just said all those things about yourself.
You're welcome.
Like something that I learned, and I was from like a friend, I can't even remember right now, but when at the end of my pregnancy was, when you have your first child, especially if it's a girl, it's not about the way that you talk to them that they're going to grasp onto, it's the way you talk about yourself.
Wow.
So even though Kai is only 11 months, doesn't understand everything I'm saying, I'm so conscious of not talking badly about my body in front of her. When I have makeup on and she looks at me and she's like, whoa, because I'm always in like, I haven't nursed since she was 6 weeks old, but I wear a nursing bra and like joggers around the house, no makeup, hair in a bun, that's it. And she looks at me and I'm like, Mommy has fancy face. I don't want her to think that makeup makes me beautiful.
Right.
So it's like, I'm trying to, it's almost like training my brain now rather than hers, that I always speak very positively about who I am and what I look like, so that she knows as she grows up.
And I think
it's beautiful.
Cruz especially is proof of how that means so much, because he is thriving. And I feel like you can tell from this season, even compared to the last 2 seasons of The Valley, how much better and happier and coming out of his shell he is. And that's because I'm happy and I'm taking away the toxic situation that he will never be a part of again. Like,
the energy
that's not
around
gonna
him
happen.
is just
like
gorgeous.
Whether your kid is on the spectrum or not, kids soak in that energy, and I learned it firsthand, and it really matters. And you know, I've grown so much, and I learned so much from that experience, and it will never happen in front of him ever again. And he's even thriving way more than you guys have even seen on The Valley. Like, he is
so
killing it. He is killing it.
No, seeing a healthy parent, a healthy mother is so impactful. And I mean, it's true. Like, my daughter asked me the other day, she's like, why do you put on makeup? And she has her own little makeup kit. And I'm like, because I want to, not because I have to. I don't need to. I don't want to wear it every day. But sometimes it's kind of fun and I like to do it. Yeah. But I never want her to feel like you have to do this. Right. But you guys make motherhood look fun also when you guys are in the trenches of it all. And because you also make the time for your girlfriends, for your nights out. Who do you guys lean on when it comes to making that happen, those fun parts of your life?
Everyone up here.
Yeah. I mean, it does take a village. Like, I mean, even to be here today, it was an opportunity cost for you know. Otherwise, you would be at home. But right now, someone's watching the kids.
Yeah.
My daughter's at school right now, and then my husband has to pick up the baby or the 4-year-old. But for you guys, like, who do you lean on when you need that time away?
I mean, we have I mean, Luke and I split time very well. I am calendar obsessed. I am color-coded calendar obsessed.
Yes.
But we do have a nanny part-time during the week it's actually we call it Brittany's co-parent, her nanny, Cruz's nanny. It's her nanny's friend. So when I realized I needed help, the thought of a babysitter or just anyone watching my kid was an impossible thought to me. And so I went straight to Cruz's nanny, and who I'm close with, and I said, how do I find a you 2.0? I need you. How do I do it? And she said, I have a very good friend. You should meet her. And she's my family. Like, she's literally a part of our family. I teach Kaya sign language. She teaches Kaya Spanish. She's with us just a few hours a day whenever we need her. And it's just been such a blessing to have that, because I'm not at the point where I'm comfortable calling babysitters that are, you know, I don't know, like a lot of my friends outside of this group that have kids, they'll be like, oh, well, I can like send you my babysitter. And I'm like, oh, no. My daughter's never met her. This is never gonna happen. And I'm sure maybe I'll grow out of that at some point, but just not at this age. I want her to have people that feel like family. So we're very lucky.
Yeah, I completely agree. I had Cruz during more so COVID times, so I never even had a babysitter or anyone even watch him until he was like a year and 3 or 4 months old. And that's whenever my nanny, she was already a part of our lives and stuff, and she was like, I also am a nanny if you ever need help. And I was like, awesome. So she has been with me since the beginning, the first person that ever babysit him, and I trust her so much. I'm so lucky. She watches him whenever I'm working. She loves him so much. And she's like just a huge part of my family. And like Kristen said, I think she's more of my co-parent. Sorry.
For me, I split my daughter 50-50 with my ex-husband. So I just try, like I said earlier, to make sure that I do all the things, the days I don't have her. And if I do, she's now at an age where I can take her to work with me. So she comes with me to the showings, and she'll just sit there and watch me. And sometimes she'll like do a house tour herself. So I just, I'm like, this is how we work. And she likes it. So I do have a nanny, but it's incredibly rare. It's just like absolute must. But I've been able to manage it, and I don't have any sort of family around. So it is possible.
Yeah, you need the help.
Yeah, I would be lost. I have no family, like barely a partner. So I'd be lost if I didn't have that help. Yeah.
I'm very fortunate. Like when my situation with my ex happened, my mom moved out and my brother followed shortly after. So I have all hands on deck. I got the nanny full time. I've got my mom, my brother. And it's just recently that I've stopped feeling guilty, like going out with my girlfriends or seeing a boy, because for so long it was like I feel like I'm taking time away from my children. Like, why would I go and do those things when I could be with them? And as time passes, I'm like, in order for me to be a healthy, present mother, like I have to put myself first. I need to start dating. I need to have time with my girlfriends. Anything to just like fill my cup outside of just motherhood, it like saves my soul. And I'm sure you guys all know that feeling of mom guilt. It can be like extremely debilitating. Today was Ocean's last TK field trip, and I was really excited, to go and watch her pick strawberries, whatever. And Glam was coming early, and I'm like, well, I can't show up to all of these beautiful faces looking a hot mess. I want to look sexy. So I didn't go to that. And then we just learned that our reunion is going to happen on the same day that she's graduating. So for my working moms, like I totally see you. And I was leaning on you backstage. I was leaning on another mom backstage, because the mom guilt is real, but we are crushing it. And do you remember your TK graduation? No.
No. Barely have photos. We didn't have photos and videos like we do now. Wait, yeah, let's talk about the mom guilt, because I was crying last week in New York because I was away. I think I cry every work trip, which is like every week. So how do we talk ourselves out of mom guilt? How do we balance the two worlds that we live in?
Yeah, mom guilt is extremely hard, and that's why I didn't have even a babysitter for over a year and a half. You know, it was something that it's so difficult, but I have to make money to support my house, and I am stuck with all these bills and all these things that I am responsible for that weren't even my fault. So I have to make sure that my son has everything. I have to make sure he has all the therapy he needs, his sensory room, his house, just anything. I have to be responsible for that. And he drives me to like want to be the boss that I am. And, but he just, you know, the mom guilt does come into play, but at the same time, knowing like whenever I'm feeling happier, it's been such a huge improvement on his personality as well. So me, every now and then, everyone thinks I like go out and party 24/7. I am the biggest homebody. I have no idea
We
why.
all are. It's
like,
embarrassing.
I guess because of the show, it'll show me taking a tequila shot whenever I'm out with my friends and my son is nowhere around. Half the time, not even in the same state. And I'm like known to be this big party animal. And it's like, I do that like once every 2
What
weeks.
do our party nights look like?
Like,
I drive 5 minutes down the street to Brittany's house
Yeah.
in sweats, and then we either talk for 2 or 3 hours, or we like watch a scary movie.
Yeah, like I don't know why, like, but everyone, I guess that's just like what has been put upon me, and that's extremely hard. But if I get to have a night out with Lala, a night out with Kristen, a night out with Michelle, I like feel so good, and I'm like, oh, getting dressed up and feeling pretty. Whenever you've dealt with all of this like nastiness and negative comments, like it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And moms deserve to have that moment as well, especially if you know your kid is taken care of and everything's on point. They have a wonderful person with them. They're with their dad. They're with their wonderful nanny. They're whatever. You know they're safe. We deserve to have fun every now and then. And we have to put ourselves first sometimes, because a lot of people, especially me, I never put myself first. So that's something I've really had to work on. And I think it shows, and Cruz and me and everything, that it really matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm working on not having mom guilt, but again, new to the club, new to the mom club. I have not been without Kaya for more than 36 hours, and that was for a work trip, and it was horrific. And I cried the whole entire time. So I just know, based on my friends, like, it will get easier as she's a little bit older.
I do not have mom guilt because I know for a fact that I'm a better person, I'm a better mother when I'm well rested, or I have my me time or my alone time. I just know that. And I know when I am with her and I get bothered fast and I don't have the patience for her, I'm like, okay, we need a break. I need me time. I need to get a massage while you're asleep, or whatever that is.
Yeah, wow. I think you were the first person I met is like, I don't struggle with mom guilt. But that's amazing.
I will get a massage while you're sleeping.
I think, yeah.
Because I know that she'll be happier, I'm happier, we're all happier.
Yeah, no, so true. More than half of us on this panel are single. So any updates? How are we navigating dating while parenting? Has it been fun in these streets?
It is rough out there. I mean, I have friends on dating apps, and it's so fun, by the way, to like swipe and like check it out. But I'm like, this is what's out there. I did recently come in contact with someone that did make me say, okay, you know what? I think I'm fully capable of like letting my guard down and really actually wanting a partner. I've realized that I had been denying myself of something that I actually truly want, which is wild because for so many years I've been like anti-men. This is the way I'm gonna do things. We'll just hook up. That's all they're good for. And no offense to the two men that are in here. But I'm like, wow, okay. I actually think that there is a version of me like doing it with a partner.
Wow, that's
I know.
exciting.
I'm really proud of myself.
You're a superwoman.
But he's gonna have to go through us first.
What's it like over there, girlies?
I'm having a great time. I am single, other than what you see on the Valley right now, but that remember it's not a live TV show. So that's been a while. I'm single, but yeah, I'm having fun. I've got some awesome crushes, and it's just
She's what we call, she has her roster going.
Oh, I love
And you are never too old to have a roster, ladies.
I do not have a roster per se.
Are you saying this because your mom's is gonna watch?
No, I'm saying it because they're few and far between, right?
I call it a roster. You can call it something else.
Zach wants me to have a roster so bad, and he is disappointed that my roster is not filled up. Okay, so I don't think that qualifies as a roster.
I agree.
Right?
A roster,
Okay.
I think, is if there's at least 5 men, like a basketball team,
Okay,
right?
well, I do not have that. That is not me.
And then what's a football? 52, 53? Oh,
Lala,
you're a bad one.
say right now that is not me, so that people do not get confused.
I feel like I'm talking about myself and projecting onto you, to be honest.
No, but I've just dated here and there, and that's been fun. And, you know, I'm not like rushing in anything. I learned my lesson off of what we're seeing on the Valley right now.
Yeah, you were
but
under a spell on this season.
Yeah, but just having fun, and like, we deserve that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I have no comment. Next question.
We're happy for you regardless.
We are.
I have a little rapid fire game for us here.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys can just like point at who you think this person is. Okay. Strictest mom.
I might be, yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to take a master class from you. Strict and no mom guilt. Okay. Who's the biggest pushover?
I think probably Doute would be a pushover.
Maybe
you're a
Brittany.
pretty big pushover too, though, Britt.
As a mom, I'm
Either one of us.
Yeah, the two.
Okay.
This is a tie.
Most likely to show up in full glam for a child's birthday party.
Brittany.
Brittany.
Me?
Brittany.
I go with the theme.
And are you hiring a glam team for
Oh
this?
yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
I just had the farm theme. I had glam, and I had the braids and the ribbons.
I can't
I
with
had
you.
the
Loves a
space
theme, as we know.
Like, give me a theme, and especially if it's for my son's birthday, I will commit. His
Okay.
4th birthday was an astronaut. I had to wear a tinfoil astronaut suit in 100-degree weather, and I kept that on.
Okay, I need you at the Met Gala,
Yeah.
okay? Most likely to plan the mom's night out.
Oh, I think Britt.
Yeah,
Brittany.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funniest thing your child has unintentionally said. Lala.
Oh, the other day she told me that she hated someone at school, and I told her we don't say that word. Like, we don't hate anybody. And she goes, Mom, I'm gonna explain to you why I hate them, and then you can talk. And it was a valid reason. She built this gorgeous castle. That kid knocked it down.
Ooh, yeah, we don't like that. Anyone else have some funny hot takes from
Isabella says all kinds of stuff. You have to have
Isabella
something.
is
Michelle.
It's a
wild.
daily thing. Last night
the best.
I have a video, and I love playing music around, and there's a song like, where the hell is my husband? So then she was getting in bed, and she's like, where the hell is my husband?
I was like, same, Isabella,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Isabella's so funny. we were at Lala's, me and Michelle were at Lala's, and Isabella comes up to me and she goes, "You're my favorite fake aunt."
Brittany, she's
like,
told me
"Thank
the
you,
same
Isabella."
thing, just so you know.
Fake aunt.
Yes.
Still, she's hilarious. It's cute.
That's why it's so funny.
Okay, cast member who you would trust the most to babysit.
I would trust all
I would
three
trust
of
any
them.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would too.
So no one that you would trust the least.
No, I would trust
Out
them
of
all.
this, no.
Okay.
I trust
Yeah.
all of them.
So whoever's not here, we don't trust them. What's more exhausting, filming reality TV or the bedtime routine?
Bedtime routine, 100%.
Reality TV.
Reality TV.
11 months old, bedtime routine is non-existent right now.
It's gonna get long. It's gonna be about 45 minutes.
It's like we were
Mine's
good
close
for
to
a
an
bit,
hour.
and now we're just not. So I'm just following her lead. Like, we're trying.
Well, it takes me 30 minutes every night. We have to decide on the outfit for school the next day. And so it's a whole negotiation. It's a whole thing right now with the clothing.
All for you to wake up and for it to change.
Exactly, you know.
What causes more drama, texts with your co-parent or texts in your cast group chat?
Co-parent.
Cast group
I
chat.
ignore my co-parent.
You're like,
I've been dealing with it longer, where like he'll fire off and I'm like, I'm so bored, I'm not even responding. Like, you don't get to make any decisions when you're the pop-in parent. Pop-in parent, no say.
We pray that we will get to where Lala is. Fingers crossed.
There's light at the end of the tunnel, yeah?
There
Or on the
is.
other side? Yeah. Okay, and lastly, what is one word you would use to describe this current stage of life?
Beautiful.
Aw, I'd say chaotic. It's a lot
Magical.
of emotions.
Sparkly.